What's up guys, welcome to the video. So today we're touching on the topic of how do I get strong, or how do I keep my strength. And if you guys are following along my Back to Shredded series, you guys are pretty much seeing every step that I'm taking. I'm filling you guys in with my calorie intake, basically which days I'm having my high days on, so that way I'm able to keep the weight and intensity on the bar. And when you're dieting, one of the most important things is keeping your strength. Now, keeping your strength is really going to help you hold on to your muscle. And what else is really important is your nutrition. You know, I can't preach about nutrition enough. It's very, very important, guys, to keep your calorie intake consistent where it needs to be, or macros if you track macros. I think by far it's way more beneficial to track macros rather than calories, because this way you're able to give your body exactly what it needs in terms of carbs, fats, and proteins. But if you did want to just track calories and just hit a target protein intake, that's somewhat fine too. But with tracking macros, you are able to keep a steady carbohydrate intake, so that will actually help keep you full and actually be able to keep training hard and heavy, because carbs are pretty much a main fuel source. And as you guys see throughout my Back to Shredded series, I am still progressing every workout. And also, you know, I did go through a phase where I was just straight dieting way too hard, and what I did, I ended up taking a diet break, which was able to allow my body to recover, get better rest, refill my muscle glycogen stores. You know, I was dieting way too hard in the beginning, and I realized that, so I took a break, and now I'm shuttling all my nutrients around my training. So as you guys can see, I'm just really powering through this diet and really trying to keep intensity on the bar. And you know, I'm really addicted to strength. I love it. Alright guys, so thank you again for watching thus far. And so now I'm going to give you guys a few tips on how to get strong, how to progress, and the importance of being strong. You know what I mean? If you're just going into the gym and you're just kind of going by feel, lifting weights, and not really tracking anything, you don't really know if you're progressing. So the number one thing is follow a strength training program. Now, the importance of a strength training program is it's going to help you basically keep track of all your progress. And when you're following a strength program, you are going through phases of intensity, phases of acclimation, basically. So you're going through time periods of when you're lifting very heavy, and then you're going through time periods where you're just kind of doing a little bit lighter weights, more volume work, so you're able to recover, because you cannot train at a super high intense level for a long time without beating yourself up and being fatigued. So it's very important to follow a strength training program, a good strength training program, that is. And number two, reasoning why you're following a strength training program is so that way you can track your sets, your reps, and the weights that you're using. You want to be sure that you are using progressive overload. And so what progressive overload is, that's basically you're progressively overloading the muscle. So when you're tracking your sets, reps, and weights, you're gonna obviously see a gradual increase. You know, so if you're trying to hit, say, 225 on the bench press for 4 to 6 reps for 4 sets, so when you do hit it for all 4 sets of 6, then you basically increase the weight by 5 pounds, and so then you'll be hitting 230 pounds, trying to hit that 4 to 6 rep range. And then, you know, say you hit all sets of 5, leave the weight the same the following workout, the next time you're training upper body. So once you hit the upper end of your rep range, so you hit 230 pounds for 4 sets of 6, again, use the progressive overload principle, add 5 pounds to the bar, so you are progressing, and then 235 pounds will be your next working weight. And in terms of supplements for strength gaining, I highly recommend P3. P3 is a pre-workout. It has caffeine, BCAAs, beta-alanine, citrulline malate, creatine. It's packed with all kinds of stuff, guys, and it works very well. I personally only take half a scoop of P3 about 30 minutes before I train. I feel like it really wakes me up, it gets me ready, gets me primed for having great workouts. And then also, you guys have heard me talk about this supplement before. It's called PA7, and PA7 is by far the most recommended supplement, I have to say, in terms of muscle gains or strength. I've really noticed my strength has gone up a lot since I started supplementing with PA7. And so what PA7 is, it's a mTor elevator and a nutrient partitioner. So it drives more nutrients to the muscle cells, makes them stronger, makes them bigger. And yes guys, it's a supplement, it's not needed. I'm gonna repeat that, it's a supplement. It is not needed, but it can be beneficial and it does actually work. So yeah, those two supplements I really recommend, as well as creatine. Creatine works very well too, but creatine is actually in P3. So if you buy the P3, you get caffeine, you get beta-alanine, citrulline malate, creatine, BCAAs, all kinds of good stuff, guys. So yeah, those two supplements I really recommend. And another really important thing that I can't preach enough about is calories. Now, it's very important to be eating enough calories, because without calories, you cannot grow, you cannot build muscle. And this is something that a lot of guys come to me for. They're like, oh, I cannot gain weight, I'm eating so much. And I ask them one simple question: how much are you eating? They're like, oh, a lot, I'm eating like so and so for breakfast. I'm like, how much are you eating? So if you don't know how much you're eating by tracking your calories or tracking your macros, you're basically going to be spinning your wheels if you're trying to put on size, or even if you're trying to lose weight. If you can't lose weight and you're like, oh well, I'm only eating this, I'm only eating that. All these little things that you eat throughout the day really add up. So it's important to account for every single thing that you eat, because almost everything contains calories. So calories are very important in terms of getting strong and progressing and basically growing. So without calories, you're going to be spinning your wheels. And it's very important when trying to gain strength, you want to be in a calorie surplus. So that means consume more calories than you are burning. As for me right now, I'm doing my Back to Shredded series. So I am dieting, and yes, I am still keeping my strength and I'm still getting stronger. So what I've been doing is basically on my lower calorie days, I go pretty low in calories, but on my training days, I'm really up in the calories, but still being in a weekly deficit. So I'm basically just shuttling all my nutrients and all my fuel basically around my workouts, so I can continue to train hard and train heavy and keep intensity on the bar. Next is sleep. Now, sleep, guys, is super important. Sleep is when you're recovering, that's when your body's repairing, that's when you're basically recharging your batteries. If you are not getting 7 to 8 to even 9 hours of sleep at night, I mean 9 might be on the upper end, but you should be getting at least 8. 7's decent, 6, 5, it's not gonna cut it. So definitely make sure you guys are getting quality sleep, because that is super important. And sleep is even very important for testosterone production. A lot of people ask me, how did I get my testosterone levels so high? Well, sleep is probably the #1 thing over any supplement, over any food. Sleep is very important, guys. And the final thing is what do I talk about all the time? Patience, guys. You gotta be patient, because strength just doesn't come overnight. It takes a while to get strong. Using the progressive overload principle, over time you're going to be slowly adding more weight, increasing your reps, and then over time you're going to slowly go up, and then you're going to be a savage, you're going to be a beast, you're going to be strong, but you cannot be the strongest. You know what I mean? There's always room for improvement. That's why I love this whole strength training, bodybuilding thing, because there is absolutely no limit. The only limit is you. And I'm just so driven, so motivated to get strong. A lot of people are like, dude, you're so strong. And it's like, yeah, I mean, I'm decently strong, but I want to be repping 405 on the squat for reps. I want to be pulling in the 500s on my deadlift. I want to increase my chin up. I want to be able to do 100 pounds strapped to my body doing chin ups for reps. Like, I got a lot of goals, and You know, as you guys see, I'm working very hard to get there. Yes, I'm doing my Back to Shredded series currently. So right now I'm getting leaner and dropping body weight because I want to be able to be as strong as I can while being as light as I can, while being as lean as I can. That's the whole gist of my Back to Shredded series, and also just to educate all of you guys on how to get lean, how to maintain your strength, and just basically documenting the whole journey and the whole process. So I hope this video was helpful for you guys. If you did like it, please give it a thumbs up, share it with a friend. I really appreciate it. Take care, guys. Peace.